Boom shakalaka boom. What's going on, everybody? Deuce Pesic here with day 72 and 73 of 365. What's happening? Deuce Pesic here with founder and chief visionary officer of ND Pesic Group here in Tallahassee, Florida. What's going on, everybody? Yesterday we were doing two today because we skipped yesterday. So for some that don't know, uh, Tuesday around 4:30, my starter went out on my car, and I was stuck for 24 hours. So I didn't want to run the battery since and run it dry because that would happen relatively quickly. I have a external power source battery that I keep charged. Used it all up, so needless to say, I didn't. It didn't get repaired till after 6 yesterday, and back in business. Yesterday and today we're doing a deuce today. Two episodes today. The first thing I wanted to talk about was mindset, right? So Tuesday, it was funny. I put a post on Facebook just in capital letters, hope, right? That's what us humans do. We hope and we work. We hope that the work we're putting into our lives, into our futures, to provide for our families and to be great examples to our children, we hope, that all the work is going to come to fruition, right? As soon as I wrote that is when the starter went out, right? So, okay, no big deal. The mindset was I could have been pissed, could have been great. I just got done paying, the engine swap off a few weeks ago, and now all of a sudden I've got a new $500 expense, right? So I wasn't bummed. It was just like one of those, okay, shit happened. I remember when we were changing all the parts and everything onto the car, the starter was the one thing we did not replace because it looked good. It didn't have any issues. And of course it didn't because it was, 5 months ago, right? So 4 months ago, whatever that was. And so it still held up. No big beef, it happened. Um, so that was my mindset. It happened. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Luckily, I had resources. My previous boss, who has 24/7 emergency service every day, 365 days a year. So gave them a call and they helped me out. Super, super grateful. Well, they couldn't do it Tuesday night because it was already after 6 o'clock. They couldn't get parts, so I had to wait until yesterday. No problem. Thankfully, they were busy, so they came after work to do it. So last night I was back in business. No big beef. But Tuesday night, just as the sun was setting, there's a Publix about a mile away. Went for a walk, picked up what I needed, and if I wasn't broke down, if I didn't take this walk, I would have missed out on something totally awesome. There were maybe 20, 30 fireflies. And this is just like right around 8:30, just as the sun goes, is down. You get that first beginnings of darkness, and there they were. And it was totally awesome. I haven't seen fireflies in 10 years or so, maybe, right? But it reminded me of this time when my ex-wife and I were married. We lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we were there for a short period, for a year and a half. And I've never experienced this, and of course, this was 1995. It was pre-cell phone era. The camera wasn't readily available at all times. We were laying in bed and the room lit up like a greenish hue, and we were freaking out. We thought this was like Close Encounters of the Third Kind, right? With the lights coming in the house and shit. We thought it was a UFO, right? We looked out the window and all the neighbors, this was like 11:30 midnight already, all the neighbors were coming out of their homes into the street. We were like, holy shit, something's happening. We don't know what's going on. We run outside, come to find out that a swarm of lightning bugs passed through the neighborhood. It was the wild, it lit up the street like it was day. Just constant on, off, and so many of them that the lights were always on while we're there. One of the most beautiful experiences I've ever witnessed, and I actually need to call her and ask her if she remembers that or thinks about it every now and then. But I was totally blown away. So there, if I hadn't have broke down, I wouldn't have recaptured that memory with these awesome creatures that God created. So, but anyway, that's what happened. So I was really, really happy. So the second part for day 2, which is today, I did want to go ahead and give a shout out as far as gratitude is concerned. Really, really grateful for Basm at Westside Tire here in Tallahassee. Him, Erica, Robert, Ronnie. I just wanted to go ahead and give them a big shout out. They really helped me during that time when the car broke down, more than you'll ever know. I mean, wow. Truly, truly great individual, and his staff is absolutely awesome. So I wanted to really kind of, and I don't, I didn't ask them if they would mind, but I was gonna say, if you see this video, look up Westside Tire, ask for Erica or Basm, and just tell them thank you for looking out for me, or thank you for being the great people that Do says you are. I'm sure it'll make their day. So please, if I hear that anybody's calling and harassing and doing stupid shit, man, I'm really gonna be upset. So I'm entrusting you as my community and followers and people that are seeing this to be decent about it, because he was decent to me. And if anybody upsets him, it's going to get me very, very angry. And so think of it all in the best possible way. And if you look up his services and stuff and you might need him, great guy to work with, I'll tell you that. So there it is, mindset and gratitude, the 2 topics. Sorry I missed yesterday. I hope you guys aren't I know you guys are very understanding, so I appreciate that for not putting a video yesterday. But anyway, much love to you guys. Have a great evening, and always remember, we are one people, one earth. Cheers.